Welcome to another Action Over Emotion podcast. The time is 6:30. I had to jump on this. I wanted to talk to you guys about when you're starting off, what is the most important thing that you guys need to understand. Repetition is the name of the game. I've said this once, I've said it twice. Many people ask me, where do I start? What do I need to do? How do I become great at this? There is no secret. I want you to understand that with everything that you want to start, you just need to start. Everyone wants to gather all this information to be the best, to be the most efficient, and you spend so much time looking for the best, easiest, most efficient route that you don't end up doing anything because you're scared of failing. You need to understand that when you start the gym, when you start content creation, whatever it is that you want to start, you need to realize that we always look at the people at the highest point as a reference. So whenever we start, when we go to the gym, we feel, I'm not good enough, I'm nowhere near as good as this person, I'm nowhere near as strong as that person, my content is nowhere near as this person. And the thing is, you need to understand that everyone has a trajectory, everyone has that same starting point. So where you are today, that person that you have that reference point started in the exact same place. But the key is that you have to start. Whenever you start, you're not going to be good at it. And you shouldn't expect to be good at it, because that's the thing. We want to be the best. We want to start off and think we're going to be as good as the person that we're looking up to. And then what happens? We realize that we're not as good. It's not as easy as it seems, so it bruises our ego. That's why you need to have a reason to why you start something. What is your intention? You can't just be so result focused. I want this because of that. You need to understand that I want to go to the gym to improve my health, to improve the way that I feel. Once you're focused on that feeling, every session that you go to, everything that you do, every action towards it, you go for that feeling. That feeling then creates the essence of wanting to feel it again, which creates that repetition. And every time that you go to the gym, every time you create that piece of content, you need to understand, what is my intention? What was my focus? What could I improve on for the next session? Everything is an analysis. You need to ask yourself questions. This is what many people do not do. They do not ask themselves enough questions. What can I improve? What did I do wrong this session? Why did I feel like this? You need to start challenging the reasons why you feel like that. Don't just accept the feelings and go off your day, because whenever you go back, those feelings are still going to be there. So one thing you need to understand is repetition is the name of the game. You go to the gym, many people, I'm scared, many people are looking at me, I feel like I'm being watched, I'm being judged. No one is watching you. The reason you feel like that is because you feel like that about yourself. You don't feel confident, and it all comes with repetition. When you start, you don't see yourself being good. Then as you continue going, you start fine-tuning. That is with everything. I remember when I started going boxing, for me, boxing was one of the scariest things ever. I was so scared of hitting the bag right. I was had this fear, because I remember in school, everyone's like, oh, look at this, do you know how to fight? So it's just like, basically, you're just trapped by the opinions of others. So I was always so concerned, am I hitting the bags right? Do I look stupid? No one cares if you look stupid or not. You start off at one point, and the great thing about being consistent and repetition is the name of the game. As you put the reps in, within time, when you stop caring about what people think and you just do it. Even if you are scared of being judged, you just do it. And I remember I went to the boxing gym because that was one of my biggest fears. So I said, you know what, I'm tired of just having this area where I'm scared of, and I've wanted to do it. I wanted to get over that fear. So what did I do? I signed up to the boxing gym and I gave everything. I remember whenever I used to hit punches, I used to stop because I used to think, who's looking at me? This is embarrassing. What did I do? I just ended up punching. And with those mistakes, you learn that, okay, you do so many mistakes in the end that you look back at that mistake and you say to yourself, I'm just not going to repeat it. So if I'm hitting it wrong, I fine tune. The same thing when I go to the gym. If I'm doing this wrong, I do that. If I'm doing my content, if this angle's not the best, I do this. It's all about seeing those mistakes, but you need to make those mistakes to know where you have to improve, which is why repetition is the name of the game. You start fine tuning, because you can be good in one area, but if you only focus on the good and now the bad or your weak points start to come up, then you start to get overwhelmed by those weak points and then you give up. You need to have more strong points. Focus more on your weak points and gradually build up. Many people say just focus on your strength, focus on your strength. You need to be good all around. All around, focus on your strength. I put a timer. It's 6:30. Focus on, don't just only focus on your strength, because when you're forced to fall back on your weakness, do you break? Which is why I've always said this before, you need to have a daily process. You need to do yourself uncomfortables. That's going to push you to do things that you don't want to do. And that's going to teach you to continuously keep on going, even when you don't want to. That's why you need to have a set structure, a set system that's going to help you continue and put in those reps. So the secret is consistency. Repetition is the name of the game. Don't repeat the same mistake twice. See what areas that you can improve in. Ask yourself sufficient amount of questions. Have a reason to why you want to continue. It can't be something superficial, and don't be so goal focused, because if you don't see the results, does that mean are you going to stop? No, there's a reason to why you want to get it. So you keep on going until you improve it. For me, it was boxing, getting over the fear of punching the bag in front of people, because I was scared of what people would think. So what did I do? I jumped into the deep end and started to do the boxing classes until I did not care anymore. So my intention was to not care about what the opinions of others, and I achieved that goal there. So what is your intention with what you're trying to do? Put the reps in, ask yourself questions, look at the people that you look up to and see what is the blueprint this person leaves behind. How can I initiate? Could I get close to this person? Could I ask them for help? It's all about asking questions. He that asks shall find. Ask enough questions. Repetition is the name of the game. So whatever you're doubting, ask yourself and you shall find. I had to come back. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram at Sumo_, where I show you my daily process. Through my stories, I post motivational content. And if you want me to help you, guide you, and become your best version, shoot me a DM with the word 100 and I'll see if I can help you out. See? Love you guys.